Hello everybody, this is Dee Reinhardt with Illinois WorkNet. We are starting our presentation today on Market Your Local Resources. This is geared for business owners and workforce partners to help their business owners with Illinois WorkNet tools. We're going to start with a PowerPoint presentation real quickly, and if you want to download the handouts in the lower left-hand corner, please do that so that you know how to use each of the tools that we are going to be talking about. Our Featured Employers section is a place where you can market your company. It provides an inbound link to your website, and especially if you're hiring, to your hiring page. You want to make sure that you are using that particularly if you have any open positions, although you do not have to have open positions specifically to use that featured employer function. And we're going to show each of these items live in just a couple of minutes. For events, we have a lot of things that you can do with the events calendar, and it's on the Network and Connect page. You can market your job fairs, hiring events, any workshops that you might have going on, any upcoming career events. Sometimes people like to talk about what kind of careers there are in their business or what kind of careers youth might want to participate in as they grow up. You can focus on a specific audience, a specific grade level, a specific field of interest, and you can add a widget to your website that will show particular items set up by your specifications on the widget. Our success stories are a great way for you to find out more about a particular program and to help potential participants find out about a program, and especially if we're trying to get workplaces for some of our summer youth or our on-the-job training. This is a great place to send potential participants to read success stories from people who have participated in the program. So you can show how someone improved through a particular program. You can share how someone learned new skills or how a business mentored a new worker. But most of all, you can share success, and success breeds success. So that's always a good thing to see. You can also add partner or referral sites, and how this helps someone market their services is that it helps employer customers, our Illinois WorkNet employer customers, find resources that they may need. It helps individual customers find resources that they may need. It helps partners find other or additional resources that they might want to recommend to their clients. In the end, everybody wins with this tool. So let's take a look at this live. I'm going to pull over my computer screen, see what's going on live on the internet. Right now I'm on our home page. I'm going to switch over to another browser real quickly here. So if you can see my screen all right, please raise your hand with the little man at the top of the screen. Great. Great. All right, we're going to clear that out. And what I want to start with, first of all, is we're going to talk about featured employers. And the featured employers is found underneath the job openings and recruiting tab. So I've already got this one open. You just click on the featured employers and it brings you to this particular screen. As you're scrolling down the screen, you see all of the businesses that someone has added. You can see links to their job page if they have jobs, or career page, whatever phone number, their contact if they want to add that information. So we're going to show you real quickly how someone can add their business as a featured employer. You can sort your you can sort the postings by industry. Maybe it's business management. We have 16 of them here that somebody may select from. Right now we only have items that are the darker color here. Otherwise, it says no items after the word if there are no postings in that particular category. So let's click on the Submit an Employer, and you can see it here at the top of the screen and also at the bottom of the screen. So we're going to submit an employer to be featured in the program, and I'm going to put in all of the information just so you can see how simple it is. There is a featured employer guide handout in the file pod below the chat. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do test business A. I'll make it a capital A. Employer description, and here's where you would put in what it is that you want to tell people about your business. So our business is fantastic. Fantastic. You want to work here. Woohoo! And as you can see, it shows me that I have 500 characters remaining. So you could put quite a bit of information in this field. You would want to put your website address in here, and if you notice, it starts with an HTTP. So we're going to do test business, and primary contact is a required field. You would put in Mary Smith or whatever your contact name is, and we would put Mary at test business. And then you can say with this checkbox how you want this contact information to show. Do you want it to show on the listing or not? What the primary address is, so it's 1234 Main Street. And that might be Elburn, Illinois. Do you want to show the address publicly? You can uncheck or check that box. Is the employer currently hiring? Yes or no. And what category? Now category is a required field. So you can pick what field it is. Maybe it's science, technology. What featured program? Now this means is the employer participating in a particular program? And one of the things that might be is we have some different programs around the state, and one of the choices is the Accelerated Training for Illinois Manufacturing right now, the National Emergency Grant, and Summer Youth. Those are some of the bigger programs that we have going on right now, but there might be another program that gets added to this at some point in the future. Or they are not working in a featured program at the time. And then they need to pick which workforce investment area they're working with or not working with an LWIA. That means they may have found this page on their own and decided to submit the information. And how many weeks, somewhere between 1 and 52, do they want the business to be posted on the web page? Then we want to add an employer logo. So what we would do is we would browse and go to our files and pick an image that is going to be resized to 300 by 300 if it's not already, and then we submit. Now, I'm not going to click the submit because I don't want this fake business to show up on the page. We do review all of the postings so that we make sure that the posting is a real business and that the website is functioning properly. So that's our featured employers entry, and it's really great way for somebody to promote their business. And remember, inbound links coming into your website always helps with search engine optimization results. Next thing that we're going to talk about are our success stories. And the success stories are found underneath the updates and help menu right here, success stories. And as we enter success stories, we've been through this before, but you can see here all of the different success stories that are available. all you have to do to submit a success story is click on the link right here, submit a success story. Now, it is best to be logged in, which means that if you are helping one of your employers submit a success story, they may not have their own account, so you might need to help them submit it by logging into your account and submitting it for them. So here we have participants who can do this. So any job seeker or person who has been a participant in one of our programs can enter their information on their own. Employers can enter their information on their own if they have an Illinois workNet account. And service providers, which means all of our workforce professionals in the area, can log in and submit on behalf of their customers. So I'm going to log in. I'm already logged into my account, so it should take me directly to my account. I'm going to backspace here a little bit again. I'm going to submit a success story, and I'm going to log into my Illinois workNet account and submit my story. So I'm going to share my experience, and I would enter the information that is required by the stars. So my first and last name, my address, all that kind of good stuff, my zip code +4. And then location of service was, oh, sorry, I can't follow directions. Location of service is our office, and I was an employer. My program type would be, I would pick one of these. I'm going to do the youth employment program. Our program detail type, it was the summer of 2014. Our career path and industry was, let's say, architecture and construction. My success story title is and then you want to follow our tips, which we have some tips right here, to write a great success story. And the success story body of the story would go in here. You would add more characters. You can add an image, and you want a great image. You don't want dark. You want something that really expresses a great smile. You want to have the image be at least 612 by 612 pixels. You would browse on your computer to find the image, write a brief description. So student with mentor or something to that effect that might describe it. And then we want to accept the agreement and then save the story. So it's that simple to add this. If you want to, you might want to type your success story in Word or in another document type kind of software, just so that you can put in the periods and whatever else that it is that you want to do. Now, once you submit these, they do get reviewed to make sure that they are appropriate by Illinois workNet staff. So we do make sure that everything will read well for sharing with other participants. We try to make them, if a student writes them, we try to make them leave them as real as possible, but we do correct major flaws. Now, our next item that we're going to talk about is adding partner and referral sites. This we get to here by having been to Illinois workNet. Let me back up a step here. So from the Illinois WorkNet main site, we would go down to Partner Resources. And what this does, what this section that we're going to talk about right now, helps with the Illinois WorkNet Service Finder to make sure that all of our partners' information is being available to people as they need it, either for the individuals or for the employers. So what you would do as a user with an ID or a workforce partner making sure that the information is correct, you would scroll to the bottom of the page and go to Partner Resources. Once you're on the Partner Resources tab, you would scroll down and click on the Illinois WorkNet Service Finder Admin. Now, because of the loading factor, I've already clicked here and loaded the information. So that's what I have here. Now, I have information all the way across the state, and we do have a recorded webinar on how to make these adaptations. But one of the things that you can do is click on an item, go into your particular organization, because you would only have access to either your local workforce information or your particular organization, depending upon your status in the Illinois WorkNet hierarchy of users. But what you can do is you can look at the referral information that is available and whether or not you do refer partners. And then we have the WIA/WIOA information, whether or not you are participating in one of those programs. Then we have our physical location, which is the information that's right here. So you can correct phone numbers, etc., your hours of operation. You can upload a logo. We always recommend that you upload a logo because that is one way for an organization, for a user to recognize your organization either by the website or when they actually show up, they'll see your logo and get that a little bit of recognition there. Next, we have the contact information that is available. We would make those changes to any of that contact information. We also have, and as you can see here, we have one person listed on this particular site. If you have any social media, you could list that information as well so that somebody might find you on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google+, any of those particular items. And then any referrals or special programs that in which your organization is participating, you can make those changes there. And if you need directions to make these changes, we do have a handout in the file pod so that you can log in and follow the directions to make these changes and updates. Then we have information for organization type and funding, services provided at this location, and then we have a preview so that you can actually take a look and see what the preview of your listing will look like so that you can double check to make sure that all of the information that you entered is entered correctly. And if you missed something, you can go back and just click on the edit and add that information right there. And last but not least, let's talk about the calendar items. Now this is a test template so that I can actually show you how to add a calendar item. And where you would find this, let me go back to a page here. Where you would find the calendar of events is under Network and Connect and the event calendar. And under the event calendar, it says over here on the right-hand side, Add Event. Once you click on the Add Event, you get taken to the page that I'm going to show you right now. And we're clicking here. We're waiting for the website to respond. And we've got we have a terms of service here that everybody would need to agree to. All events that are added to the calendar need to be free or with a nominal fee for cost of recovery. And what nominal means is $5 or $10, maybe $12. But you cannot put in expensive workshops where the participant is required to pay a large fee. Once you agree to the terms of services, then you click the box, and it opens up a window here that you can add some information. So I'm going to type in resume workshop. I'm going to select the type, and it is a training. I'm going to select the audience, and it might be the general public. But you have all of these other options here available for you. The grade level. Maybe the grade level isn't applicable at all, or maybe it is geared for college students. What's the field of interest? It might be one of these industries depending on what the actual workshop or event is. And this one has other. The contact would be Mary Smith. And the date of the event, you have a pop-up calendar here, so we can pick June 2nd. And we have entering the start time. It might be 11 a.m. It can run all day. If we pick all day, it will pick that for us. The workshop's going to go to 12:30. Does it repeat? If it repeats monthly or specific dates, we can set that up. So if we want to pick a specific date, it would maybe repeat on June 23rd with an additional start time or end time. Or we can repeat it monthly by the day of the week or the date. So if it's the day of the week, that means it happens monthly on the first Tuesday. And it would automatically set that up by you picking the item right here. And it repeats every month or every other month. And you can pick an end date. Maybe I want it to end 1/1 of 2016. So that means that would put that in for me automatically on all of these different dates. Online only is whether it's a physical event or a online event. What's the event link? And we're going to put testpage.com/workshop. And is there a physical address? I like 1234. Oh, I did it wrong. 1234 Main Street, Illinois. We're going to put Pontiac. And it's going to want me to pick a zip code. It automatically fed it for me because I typed the city. And then learn more about your resume and work on it live. So that's the description. You can enter more. It's what do you want people to tell about the event, and we can add the event. Now we do approve the events to make sure that they are appropriate, that the links all work, all of that kind of good logistic items. So we add the event. We'll review it. It should be there within 1 business day. So if you have an event tomorrow, you need to make sure that you submitted it last week. That way it will get on the calendar in time for everyone to be able to see it. Now, one of the best things that I like is we have a tool right here at the top of the page where we can embed a calendar on your website. So if you are a partner organization or someone who supports Illinois WorkNet and would like to share the workshops, maybe you're an educator in the area, maybe you are one of our workforce partners, you might want to share this with your participants so you can embed the calendar on your website. So when we go to that embed on your website, we'll get a page that comes up that looks like this. We start out with a logo URL, and some of you may or may not know where to find this information or to use this information on your website. So you may need to work with one of your IT people to get this information to submit it. It depends on what the process and the type of your website is, but you will have a URL for your image. So if I go to my own website and find where my images are, they would go into that box there. I would put the URL for my website in here. I would pick the font that I want. Now, just a recommendation for everybody, the font that you use on the calendar should be something simple and usable by most browsers. Arial is one of the most common fonts, but you typically want an easy font that everybody would be able to access. Background color for the day separator, there is a website that you can go to get hex codes, and that's spelled H-E-X. Hex codes for colors, zeros, all zeros is white, is black. All Fs is white, and then I just picked another mid color here. If I do all 8s, it will give me a color. And as I'm adding each of these items, I can scroll down to the bottom of the page and I can see what my sample calendar will look like. Excuse me. And so if I want to change the size of it, I can make it 800 pixels by 600 pixels. And if I make that change, I can see that my calendar has changed. So you can play with the numbers here a little bit to make sure that what you're wanting is going to give you the best view for your website. Then you can pick what LWIA you would like to have, or if you want to show all of them, maybe you're a statewide organization, you can pick all of the calendars, or you can pick just the Illinois WorkNet calendar, or just any of these particular items, or all of them. Then you would want to select one or more calendars to display. If I want all of them, I just pick all. I'm going to pick the Illinois WorkNet calendar for these purposes. How many events to display at one time? I'm going to pick 75, just to be different. Then I can pick all of the audiences. Maybe I don't want teachers and education specialists. I can uncheck that. If it's all grades, I can just pick all, and it will automatically select all of the grades. Then I can also select all of the categories. So if I want all of them, I just check all categories. And we see the calendar here. All you would then do, now that you have your sample calendar, you would grab this code information right here, or talk to your IT person and have them grab this code and add that code to your website. And then once you have that code in your website, you would see a calendar that looks like this on your website. that is it for our demonstration today. Do we have any questions from the audience that I need to answer? And it looks like we don't have any questions from the audience about any of our demonstration. So I want to thank everybody for attending. This webinar has been recorded and will be posted to our archive so that you can follow it up. Along the way, if you ever have any questions for us, you can send your emails to us at info@illinoisworknet.com. So I would appreciate you filling in our questions here. And thank you for attending. I'm going to end the recording now.